G'day, this is Captainoob, and this is the BR55 service rifle, better known as just the battle rifle. It's a bullpup weapon and it comes from the Halo franchise, first appeared in the second Halo game. There's probably not a lot I can tell you about it other than that, so we'll get straight into the attachments. So first of all, we've got the factory receiver. We can upgrade that to a powerful receiver for the best damage at 123. Doesn't seem too strong. Hang on, there's a calibrated powerful one there. Why not get better crit shots with it? Righto, so for the barrels, this does nothing but changes the stats of this thing. It'll give us a range of almost 40,000, which is a little bit crazy. And we can put a suppressor on that to increase the damage a bit and its overall effectiveness in terms of DPS and sacrifice a tiny bit of our range, but that's negligible. We're never going to be hitting a target outside of 33,000 range. That's crazy. We'll put on a recoil compensating stock just to control that, and a quick eject mag to speed up that reload animation. And here's where it gets a little bit more interesting. So you can pop a few optics on this if you feel like it. I think normally this has a scope in its regular Halo thing, so let's go for a classic scope. Let's go for the see-through one. I think that's the red dot version means it's see-through, and of course a legendary effect is there if you need it, but I don't think I'll need it. Righto, we'll create a couple more of these with different optics so you can see how these work. Wait, hang on, there's an advanced receiver right here. My bad. Right, so here we are in Gunner's Plaza, and here is our BR55 in first person. We've got some bullpup animations just because this thing is a bullpup weapon. Also, you might know this thing to be burst fire in its original game, and that actually is a thing that happens here. Although it's a little bit glitchy. Sometimes it doesn't shoot the the last 2 rounds in the burst for a while, and it's really exploitable too. If you just spam the trigger, you can fire this thing faster than it would with an automatic receiver. So we'll see that in action a little bit. We'll try to restrain ourselves first by taking out these gunners. Now this thing does have the see-through eyepiece, and I really wish I didn't because I can't see a thing through that. Also, the little eyepiece on the scope goes directly through you, so every time you shoot this thing, it pokes you in the eye, which is not great. But we'll try to persevere through this. So the burst fire is working pretty well now. Might have to eat my words there, but yeah, we might see it screwing up a little bit. We might. It might actually work properly, but yep, as you can tell, this thing can do the damage with the good old sneak attack criticals. Obviously, a suppressed weapon is going to perform like that anyway. There we go, there's the burst messing up there. Alright, we're going to switch over from this one to a loud and proud one. This one also has the furious effect because we lose the suppressor and lose some effectiveness out of that. As you can tell there, this thing actually has the sounds from this weapon in-game. At least how I remember it. So that's pretty cool. You'll notice that they've got some reload animations too, and they are courtesy of WardZaddy. It's the same ones we had on the MA5D assault rifle, whatever that one was. So it works because the guns are pretty much the same. I think the reload animations were similar back in the Halo games as well, so you know what, that's fine. Alright, we'll switch over to our third one here. This one has iron sights. And then if we see Captain Bridget, we're going to spam fire this thing. See, look how fast you can kill her. I think I gave her like 5,000 health, and you can rip through her like that very, very easily. And there you go. There's a little bit of a example of the burst fire failing, but yeah, it's fine. See, the way Fallout 4 is sort of made, I think it's super hard to actually get burst fire weapons working consistently. So for what it is, it even fired after reloading there to finish off that burst. But for what it is, I think it works great. So yeah, I'm really happy about that. It's nice to have the characteristics of the weapons. Ooh, hang on, there's a little bit of a hiccup there. But yes, it's nice to have the characteristics of the weapon be reflected in the game, even when the engine really doesn't support it all that much. Rounding up the corner here, take out the last couple of dudes. There we go, that last burst was great. Maybe it's caused by user messing up, because before I started spamming the trigger, it seemed to burst fire just fine. Although I was actually tapping the mouse button 1 slowly there, so maybe it's just an RNG thing whether it'll fail or not. But anyways, that was the BR55 in Gunner's Plaza. It did very, very well. Definite high tier weapon, as it should be. This thing was used by the UNSC to beat aliens in a huge intergalactic war. Is it intergalactic? I'm pretty sure it is. Also, Iris is here. I should probably talk about that. Righto, we'll take on some super mutants and see if this thing can hold up against those tanky bastards. Okay, we're already in caution, but that's fine. But yes, Iris, she's a thing that's in this thing. So yeah, I completed and released her companion mod today, so links will be in the description to that. She is my 7th companion, I think, if I'm counting properly. Let's see, I've had Matilda, that's 1. Winter was the 2nd. Then it was the 2 Raider girls, meaning Bridget and Rain. So that's 4. Phoebe and Ella for the Railroad and Institute. Not necessarily in that order. Oh, we can still do pretty good against super mutants. And number 7 would be Iris, so that means there's only 1 more to go. And like I said before, she's going to be an Atom Cat, so yeah. So one thing about this burst fire mode is there's not a lot of recoil on this, so if it could zero in on the super mutant's head properly, I'd imagine this would be easy without the iron sights, which I'm going to switch over to the Furious one now, simply because it'll help us out even more. Yeah, we can zero in on the head and get even better DPS. Although they do like to dance around a bit sometimes with their staggering animation, so that kind of makes them hard to hit sometimes, but that's no excuse for a poor aim, is it? These doggos are nice and squishy, they'll go down very easily, and we'll move on. Okay, let's not continue our bursts after we've reloaded. That's getting old, gun.
Where'd you go? Huh? Gonna find you.
Well, since they've gone ahead and lost me, I kind of wish I put on an actual scope on this, because this is really hard to see through. We might as well make use of our stealthy advantage right now. Maybe this is the way to sort of nerf my stealth advantage, because, man, that is not great there. I kind of wish that sort of lens... Stop firing, weapon, bloody hell. Yes, I kind of wish the lens on this weapon would sort of leave when you aim down sights, but it'd make more sense if this thing was the actual scope that would transition into, you know, the scope screen when you use it, because that way you wouldn't have to deal with this.
Come out, we're out.
Okay, I thought this door opened on its own. I was about to make a comment about how this place is also haunted, but that's fine. I think ghosts and shit are the least of our worries now when there's a bunch of 12-foot tall super mutants running about the place with multiple thousands of hit points. So we'll move on from this. Shoot old mate over here. He's only a butch, he'll go down easily. Weapon doesn't want to stop. This weapon can't stop. We're going to shoot this super mutant as much as we can. I was anticipating the weapon there to fire the burst after it reloaded there, but looks like it's all clean. Not too much to go now, just some little rad roaches in this particular room. We'll get the bash animation going on those guys. I can't remember if this one's been altered. Nope, this one looks vanilla enough, but it works for what it is. Ugh, that's a big rad roach. I don't like the really big ones. Not a fan. These doggos, however, are cute and cuddly once you remove their, like, 12-inch long fangs. Anyways, so there you have it. That was the BR55 in Fallon's department store. A very tanky place for very tanky NPCs, and we cut through them pretty well, so I'm guessing this thing is designed to go against those Covenant brutes because it cuts through those super mutants just fine there. Good job, Iris. You're doing good so far. I'm gonna kill Swan now. Righto, so Swan's over there, chilling, doing his own thing. Looks like he's doing a bit of stargazing. It's a bit too early for that, mate. Let's put him out of his mutant misery. Okay, he's gotten himself aggroed. He's seen something, so in order to retain our sneak attack criticals, we'll just shoot him when he's done killing whatever that was back there. Yep, those sneak attack criticals are mine, hitting him for 473 damage apiece, a little bit more when we get those headshots, which is nice. But look how fast we can deplete his health bar. I am just spamming the mouse button one, and as you can tell, you can shoot this thing so fast. You can even hear it shooting that fast, so there you go. So this thing completely broken if you have a really quick trigger finger. Yep, and there's the bursting finishing after we bloody reload the thing. But there you go. That was it against Swan, and it killed him pretty hard. So good job, Iris. That's your first monster kill on the board. We'll move on to another. We'll go and fight the Wendigo now with our loud and proud Furious one and see how this thing does. And now we're going to use VATS for a bit because I forgot our burst fire weapons work with VATS. So we'll go for a crit first off, see how we do. And then the game crashed. Okay, let's try that again, eh? Fingers crossed it won't crash this time. Ha, it worked. I heard 3 bullets go off, but only one of them hit. Okay, this time we'll use VATS, but we won't press the critical button. Maybe it's the criticals that are making the game crash. Okay, so far so good, I guess. We'll just hit him as much as we can. Got him mutated already, which is useful. Oh god. Run away, Iris, run away. Outpath him, outpath him. There we go. That's alright, we're getting better damage on him all the time. And also, it's time for Nerd Rage. We're lucky that he didn't kill us outright, but there you go. We've just decimated him in less than a magazine there. Also, you need to craft your ammo on the workbench. I just added in with console commands. But there you go. There you have it. That was the BR55 battle rifle. And it is a pretty decent weapon. And also, what's wrong with it? The animations broke, but I fixed them by switching viewpoints. That's alright. So if you'd like to see this thing in your game, you better have a gun account because this is where I got this thing from. These things are also infused with some War Daddy animations, like I said before. So if I can scrounge up a link to that, I'll definitely chuck it in the description for you all to download there. As such, this is a PC only mod. Sorry console guys, you have to play Halo for reals to actually use this thing if you're on Xbox One anyways. PS4s, well, you've got your own modding problems over there, don't you? Move to PC, it's much better over here. So, that is about enough from me and Iris today. If you want to download the Iris Companion mod, it'll also be in the description. That one's new, hot off the press, so yeah, add another companion into your game. Also, the assault rifle animations appear in third person. But yes, she's new. Grab her while she's hot. Thank you for watching, guys.